i a totes. Moltes gràcies per ser aquí avui. Com bé sabeu, aquesta xerrada, diàleg amb Julian Assange, ha estat organitzada per Universitats per la República, que és una plataforma unitària que agrupa estudiants, PAS i PDI de totes les universitats públiques catalanes. Estem treballant i, de fet, estem ocupant l'edifici històric de la UB, com bé sabeu, per lluitar i per aconseguir que el referèndum de l'1 d'octubre es faci, que els resultats siguin vinculants, que puguem caminar en funció d'aquests resultats cap a un procés constituent. Avui ens fa especialment molta il·lusió poder comptar amb una persona com Julian Assange, una persona que és exemple de coherència, que ha parlat clarament en favor de les llibertats i que ha denunciat les vulneracions de l'estat espanyol contra el poble català. Després de l'atemptat terrorista del 17 d'agost, com sabeu, quan van començar els intents d'utilitzar políticament un fet tan dolorós com va ser l'atemptat, el periòdico va filtrar unes suposades comunicacions de la CIA, falses, i intentant desacreditar els Mossos i el govern català, i Julian Assange va ser el primer en destapar-ho i en evidenciar que eren falses i que l'operació Catalunya anava molt més enllà del les hemos destrozado el sistema sanitario i que les clavegueres de l'Estat arribaven més enllà també del que ens podíem imaginar. Avui, doncs, tenim l'honor de tenir aquí, des de l'ambaixada d'Equador a Londres, a Julian Assange, fundador i editor de Wikileaks, que ens parlarà de temes relacionats amb el referèndum, de com pot actuar l'estat espanyol durant aquestes properes setmanes i de seguretat en les comunicacions. Dir-vos que si voleu fer-li arribar preguntes, perquè això serà bastant dialogat, podeu fer-ho a través de Twitter etiquetant UnisXRepública i utilitzant el hashtag AskAssange. Si ha quedat clar o tal? Primer li plantejarem nosaltres unes quantes preguntes i després intentarem anar fent les que ens hagueu fet arribar. Moltes gràcies per ser aquí. Intentarem ser el màxim d'àgils possible. Tenim una companya aquí dins que...
I can hear you, Barcelona. I'm very pleased to be speaking to this audience.
Doncs la primera pregunta seria com creu, Julian, que pot actuar l'estat espanyol durant aquests propers 7 dies, els dies que queden abans del referèndum, durant aquesta setmana?
I'm having a little difficulty hearing you. Just to be clear, the audience can hear me loudly. Okay, so I will speak for a little while, and I hope the audience can ask me as many questions as it likes. Do you have a first question?
Sí, penso que hi ha una companya dins que te l'està transmetent.
Sorry, can you repeat that just a little louder? I understand the question is, how could the Spanish government react during the following week? Yeah. Let me explain why I'm very interested in what is happening in Catalonia and concerned by it. It follows a pattern that I have seen with other attempts to repress a population. And I think the political situation between the Catalan community, the Spanish community, and the Spanish state apparatus is a defining event in the course of Western history. we haven't seen an event like this in the West in probably close to 40 years. Close, in fact, to the fall of Franco itself. While there have been, in some ways, similar attempts to crush a democratic symptom within Europe, it hasn't been within Western Europe. This is the first time we've seen this in a very modern population in Europe. And so the question is, what does an attempt to repressive people look like in a modern era, in a modern country, in an internationally connected country like Spain and an internationally connected city like Barcelona? Is it in fact possible for state security services to repress a serious democratic movement, or is it not possible? And this will then be looked at, and in fact is being looked at by other states throughout the West and those that follow the lead of the West. So where Catalonia goes, other states will follow. But that's the struggle for the struggle to protect human rights, for freedom of publishing, the right to self-determination, the right to not be unjustly arrested is occurring in Barcelona now. This is something that Catalans need to be concerned about, not just for themselves, not just for the rest of Spain, because of whatever the abuses the Rajoy government gets away with in Catalonia, of course, it will propagate to the population of Spain as a whole as it attempts to suppress democratic tendencies there. But it will also spread out to the rest of the West, and ultimately to those countries that follow the lead of the West, so which is nearly every country except China. What could happen? Well, there's. I strongly suspected for a couple of months now that we'd see exactly what we're seeing now, and that there will be escalating attempts to repress the population. And so far, those have been internet censorship, a lot of spying on the movements of people to determine who to arrest, the attacks against organizational structures, those people organizing the vote, spreading information about why it's important. And they are preparing clearly for extensive physical interference in the life of Catalonians with the police services that have descended from the Guardia Civil, the National Police, also in this ridiculous boat, the Movidada that in the harbour, and the other boats were around. The movement in Catalonia has in some ways been very intelligent and very strategic. I'm not sure it is all.
Tenim algun problema logístic, un segon, a veure si ho podem arreglar I recuperar la connexió.
Spanish state is looking to try and play to its comparative advantage, which is its ability to deploy force. It's looking for those excuses. So it is quite important to not give the Spanish state those excuses that it's looking for to increase force. Ultimately, unless the Catalan population has control of its streets through its own security services, through its own police force, the numbers are overwhelmingly on the Catalan population side, but that's something to be done in a very careful, organised way. Catalonia gets independence, of course it needs its own police force to make sure that there is attempts to distract what the population has. In terms of pulling in other forces from outside of Spain, the Spanish government has not been very successful. That's quite interesting. The Catalonian government, the president, the population have been much more successful in appealing to the peoples and media of other states. You can see, of course, at the formal level, other states are not wanting to offend Spain. You don't see Theresa May or Angela Merkel coming out on the side of Catalonia directly. But when states are really opposed to something, you see the effect through the establishment media, which is always connected to the same establishments that are in power in the state in one way or another. For example, you can see that in El País. And it's the way it has transformed into essentially a propaganda organ of the Spanish state apparatus. And we don't see that really in the
que sembla que l'estat espanyol doncs, no està aconseguint condicionar el relat a nivell internacional, ens preguntàvem si podia ser que intentés utilitzar l'estratègia de tallar la comunicació entre el govern català i el poble català.
Is there another question?
Yes. Com deia, si l'estat espanyol podria utilitzar l'estratègia de tallar la comunicació entre el govern català i el poble català...
After the referendum, of course the referendum could go either way. Incredible incompetence with which Rajoy has managed the situation, and PP has managed it, of course, has shown the Catalonian population, in fact, shown the world that's following the situation why Catalonia would not want to be associated with such a state apparatus. It's given many reasons. It seems like Catalonians can't be treated fairly. That's what is being displayed. So it would, of course, be unsurprising under these circumstances if Catalonians vote for independence, having been so abused in this process in the last month. If it does, of course, that's really when the democratic and international struggle begins, which is to have its independence recognized. However, that said, the statistics are quite good.